Yeah, I've been thinking quite a bit like, okay, what are the opportunities for designers in this new world? And I've been trying to look at it, from different angles and the places that are dear to me. Um, well, first of all, it's a wild frontier. Like there are no best practices yet, no rigid approaches. Like if we look at, let's
Mm,
say, web design, like in the early days, and everything was possible. You could just like do anything, and now we have like UI UX principles that are kind of leading a lot of the expression of a brand or experience to certain places, and we've maybe lost a bit of that exciting exploration mentality. Um, but I've seen, for example, type design. I love type design personally. Just looking at how the continuation from variable type can or where it will go in 3D environments. What if AI will be embedded into dimensional texts and signs and symbols? Like what if the a symbol or a piece of text understands like if you're too far or in bad lighting conditions in a metaverse environment, and makes improves the legibility, or maybe even changes the language, knowing like where you're coming from. So that's gonna be like really exciting for type designers, just beyond like what is the future of letter shapes in dimensional environments where
mm.
also interactions matter. Like how do you interact with messaging in dimensional space where it can carry like a lot of information. And this applies to all brand and communication design, like how everything needs to have a dimension, and everything needs to have a motion behavior, and even sonic qualities. And what is the kind of meta level information that is tacked into every single piece of a brand identity system? It's going to be really important, and it's going to be fascinating. And I think designers will need to also um, tap more together with storytellers, or become storytellers more
Mm.
themselves. Like how just beyond the kind of the general brand narrative, like how we can have more complex and layered stories in in uh, in our designs. Like let's say um, if you have a pill shaped element made out of some sort of metallic material in metaverse, what are the adventures the pill can share with you as you interact with them, like where it's been, like what, like all that is fascinating. It's just like layers and layers of levels where you can go with this. But yeah, I think as you said, like dimensionality and the factor of time, those are going to be big things in brand design.
It calls for either a widening of discipline or
Hmm.
a deepening of collaboration, because it's not just that a designer can now execute this. There's a 3D component to it. There's a technical component to
Yeah.
it. There's a data streaming component to it. There's a security component. Like all of these things now start to sort of collide into one space, which means the product either needs to be created by somebody who's multi-dimensional,
Yeah,
or a team that is multi-dimensional.
I think you got it there, like saying like it needs collaboration. I think that's the thing. Like we need to collaborate more, and fortunately, like all these tools that are being built will enhance collaboration. We'll be able to collaborate with people across the globe more easily, and feeling that we're in the same environment and working on a shared project together. So that's definitely going to help in order to kind of go after these kind of exciting new opportunities.
The message I hope to get out there is to all the people, big brands, small brands, big companies, small companies. Like the opportunities are there. I think the
Yeah.
risks right now are quite low because it's unestablished nobody knows. So if you do something and it doesn't necessarily work, you can chalk it up to just an experience. But if you get in and you experiment and you play now, you can be ahead of 99% of the other people who are too scared to sort of try. They're waiting for it to formalize